I
Hi,
just have to dance to
everybody.
that every time.
You know what I was thinking? That was way better than my horrible cup of cocoa.
I gotta
I
send you
just
some
needed
cocoa.
that song to wake me up. Ugh, need cocoa. The worst part
Hi,
is you can't
everybody.
order the cocoa that I like. I'm like, why? It's a City Market brand. I should just be able to order it. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Um, we are super excited to see everybody today. And it's really we have somebody watching, which is phenomenal. I think that's awesome. Let us know who you are. Good morning, everybody. This is Linda. I am Brittany. This is Rolodex Topics. Linda, go ahead. You came up with an amazing conversation for today, and I'm super excited to dive into it.
Let's uh let's kind of look at addressing your calendar for during the holiday time because you know, it's not like anything gets taken away. if if you're in business for yourself, if you're even if you're working for somebody else, the holidays get added in. It's not in replacement of. And you just really need to be number one, give yourself some grace. Um, because this time of year can be extremely overwhelming for a lot of people. Um, whether it's Christmas holidays or whatever this time of year means to you, there's a lot going on. And so, what I do is I prioritize during this time what are absolute things that need to be done. And am I the only one that can do it, or can someone help me? And that includes shopping, wrapping, getting people around, whatever. Take a look at what your days look like and what is not an absolute. You know, just about everything on our list, the world will not come to an end if we don't get it done today.
Yep.
We've got all this stuff coming in, buy this and be real kind to yourself about the amount of money you spend. Um, this is a rough time of year because we feel sometimes guilted into the spending, and then January and February come and the bills start coming in and we're like, oh my God, what did I do? And be kind to yourself in this time. You don't buy people's affections. So find things that you can do that are not the norm, because those are the things that people appreciate because you've put thought into it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think for me, the holidays are coming, and it's Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Oh, Sarah has a question, and I missed it. She says, "What are your suggestions for people who may not know how to prioritize or just feel like everything is a priority?" That's a huge question, Sarah, and I really appreciate you asking that. Linda, go ahead and give your thoughts, and then I'll give mine on that.
For prioritizing, make a list of the things you need to do and then go back and number them. Find the thing that's an absolute has to be done right now, today. That's number one. But then, is that number one for you? Are you the only person that can do that task? You know, taking the garbage out. It's garbage day. Yes, that's important, but are you the only one that can get the garbage to the curb before they come? Or can someone else help so you can do something else? It's it's a tough skill, because you have to learn to take the emotion out of the list, which is really hard, especially this time of year. And so do like a dump. Just write down everything you think that needs to be done and then go back. And sometimes you're going to go through your list 3, 4 times easy because you want to winnow it down. And if you put 40 things on your list, you're not getting 40 things done today. Not unless they can all be done together. You're just not. And some ways to establish priority might be, does this whole thing need to get done now, or just part of this done now that I can move to something else and then this part can come back in later? Like today, this one, and then I can finish it tomorrow, but get it started today. It's just kind of a trial and error thing. It's one of those things, I can't tell you what your priority is, and nobody can really tell me what my priority is. I have to figure that out. But if there's something that's giving you a lot of stress, then that might need to be either treated as a priority or delegated. Don't let that stew.
I think one of the things inside of that, when you're looking at the list, it's easy to say what needs to get done today and what needs to get done tomorrow. Um, and sometimes there's people who are procrastinators and
Mhm,
they're timeline junkies, and so they just wait till the very end. And sometimes there's people who try to get stuff done very early. But as a business owner, when you have your list of things, and I am horribly at fault of this, a lot of it's in my head. I have 9-5 that I use to organize tasks and to organize space. But when you're looking at, I need to get my marketing done. Okay, what chunk of the marketing is
mhm,
going to make you the most money, right? I need to market for this specific program and get that narrowed down and market that part. Everything else I can work on here in a little bit. Like you said, what parts can you do? But when you're prioritizing, one of those things that you want to look at is really, what do I align with? You're going to write a list of things that you have to get done. And some of those things came from things that people told you you had to do.
mhm,
Some of those things come from, I need to, me in particular, I feel like if this doesn't complete this project, then it's on my to-do list. And the part of this not completing my project, we go live every week. And I specifically would love somebody to watch my lives, our lives, mine, our lives, and put in proper hashtags and update them with the topic that we're talking about on a weekly basis instead of just our usual, this is the week that we do. I want somebody to watch afterwards and update that. So inside of my task list, that is a want that I
mhm,
don't have time to do, but it weighs heavy on me. And so I've posted, I'm looking for a VA, I'm looking for people who can take those things off of my plate, but also understanding that is a need. That's something that I would like to be done because it will raise the SEO, it will do these things and it
mhm,
will do those things, but it's not slowing down my business. And so really look at that list. And like you said, Linda, what can be delegated? If I can delegate this out and I pull it aside and I create a space, can I barter with somebody? Can I work with somebody? Can I pay somebody to do this? And when you have a specific, these are the things that I would like to get done that I feel are holding me back, but I don't have time to accomplish, you're able to ask the right people to help you in the right spaces.
mhm,
And and that's going to pull, I guarantee you, pulling that out of your list is going to narrow your list down 50%. Because what we have in our head of what should be done and how it needs to be done and the correct order of things isn't what people see. It's not what people are interacting with. And you want to make sure that what people are interacting with and what people are seeing is what is the priority. If you have something incorrect, go fix that. If it's public, if it's
mhm,
accessible. If you're working on a program and you have a self deadline of, I need to have this done before New Year's, you can promote that program, and in your free time, you can build the program. So you don't have to have the program built before you promote the program
Right.
because the program is out in the future. So when you're prioritizing, look at those things. If it if you're just gonna wait for everything to be perfect, it's you're going to miss out on opportunities.
You know, my mentor always uses the term jump and build your wings on the way down. Nothing is ever perfect. Nothing is ever 100% ready. I mean, think about Apple. They come up with a new or an updated product, and no, it's not perfect, but they put it out there. People stand in line for hours and days to buy it, and then they will tell them what needs to be fixed. And they're $1 billion company, right? So, and I think what sometimes people struggle with is look at your personality type. If how I'm explaining it doesn't make sense to you, if you're someone that everything has to be ready, then find one thing that you can decide this is what ready looks like today and break it down into the chunks. Because when you look at all the things you have to do, like when Brittany says, I need to do my marketing. For me, that would just make me go, because to me, marketing is this big, massive, thing. And marketing is not my forte. And so maybe don't label it in a way that makes you anxious or nervous about what it is you're doing. Instead of calling it marketing, I might have a header of marketing, but I'm going to break it out into individual tasks because you can really only do physically yourself one thing at a time. Multitasking is a myth. You can't do more than one thing at a time or not do them to their best. So remember that you are wanting to do a good job, right? You want it to be, but you also, depending on what it is you're working on right now, get it started. You can go back and tweak it. But to fix a result, you have to actually have a result first. And that means you have to do something.
Yeah, and a great thing to think
Yeah.
about is if I have this program and I need to market it, I market this program on Mondays.
Mhm.
What does Monday marketing look like? It looks like I post about this program, and these are the posts that rotate throughout the month. And that's an easy breakdown. I need 4 posts to market this on Monday. And I set that in the calendar and I build that up. And so you're able to break those things down, and you can look at what does that look like for me. Um, so I love that idea. Thank you, Linda.
Yeah. And again, especially this time of year, it's the end of the year, even if it's not your holiday season, end of the year, everybody's looking, they're looking what they've done, what they want to do for next year. Remove some of the stress out of that. You know, we're halfway through December tomorrow. Um, if you don't have goals for January, that doesn't mean you need to drop everything today. If you don't have written goals, maybe try just kind of brainstorming with yourself, or get together with a friend, get together with Brittany, or get together with me, and we can help you brainstorm ideas. Um, but what I
We
would
have
say is,
free
if you,
Monday group accountability.
yeah, there you go.
Great meeting to come into. If you're anxious about marketing, we do marketing twice a month. Sarah, who's in the comments
Mhm.
with Off the Beaten Path Consulting, she runs that marketing meeting phenomenally. So really, everybody, we have a lot of space to help you if you are having issues with that accountability and that prioritizing in those lists. But the great thing about it is we have Linda, we have Sarah, we have so many different businesses that are in there that you can listen to everybody's ideas and you can create what aligns with you. And that's one of the things that Linda works the best on is peak performance. What do the best? And how can you work the best around the things that need to get done? And
Right.
I work with how do we achieve these things? So really, it's a great space to be in.
It is. It is. And don't don't suffer in silence. There are people that can help you. And I know, for a lot of people it's hard to ask for help, depending on your age group and how you grew up. But it's okay to ask for help. And it's okay to say, I'm struggling with this. Can you point me in the right direction? Now, everything we tell you to do may not work for you. And I'm not saying this is a list of what to do. And as you're working during your day, if things start popping into your head, ideas or things, write them down and revisit them, later in the day. Don't lose the things that are coming to you. Those are important. They're coming to you for a reason. But you don't have to stop what you're doing to attend to them either. And I think that's where a lot of us get off track. Something comes, I'm a bunny follower, comes across my screen. It's like, oops, I gotta go take, or I'll be putting something together and I'll think, oh, okay, before that goes out, I need to have this. Oh, but then I have to create this graphic. And then boom, what should have been a 5-minute project turns into 3 hours. Find ways to do it so it doesn't turn into down the rabbit hole.
Right, exactly. Write a list, create a space for
Hmm.
this is what should also be done. All right, everybody, we are late on time, like always, because we have great advice and we love talking to you guys and to each other. So, what happens when you work with your friends all the time? So, over there on that side, there are QR codes and Bitly emails and all the things, but go ahead and spend some time, everybody. Just book with us, visit the BizStorming website for free market or free networking. And we really look forward to seeing everybody next week. Thank you very much, Sarah, for showing up. And
Hi,
thank you for
Sarah.
everybody who
Thank
watches.
you.
Have a great day, everybody.